Hi, I'm Peggy Brown. I'm the owner of Generation Senior Moving, and I'm here at the Overture, and we are talking about living a big life in a small space. So I'm going to share with you today some ideas for maximizing space, some clever ideas. I found a lot of these on the internet and in my own home. You can find them too. So find ways to not only maximize your space, but also that have a dual purpose. So here's an example of an over-the-door hanger. I love these. You can use them in the bathroom, you can use them in the kitchen, and it just gives you more space to hold items. This is a great one. Looks like a bathroom. It even has a towel holder. This came from my own home. Super clever idea. It was in the home when I rented it. It's a toolbox, but it's in my utility room, and so I've used it to hold my appliances. It even has a little doored area is where I put the pieces to my food processor. The drawers are wide enough for Tupperware and kitchen towels and the like. So I believe these toolboxes are fairly expensive, but man, I'm loving this one that's in my utility room, and it holds a lot of storage that I would not otherwise have had drawer space for. Here's another kind of over-the-door container. This is in an office, has room to hold pencils and stapler and I think even a keyboard. So this is something to put in an office cubicle maybe, or on a doorway or a cabinet. This is a spice rack that's in my kitchen. Had a very narrow little wall there, and that little spice rack holds everything I need. It's right next to the stove. I can easily grab the spices instead of even having them on a Lazy Susan in the cabinet that I have to walk across the kitchen to get to. This is a clever wall saver type computer station. You can pull that platform down and it hides the keyboard. It's mounted on a wall. You can see how much they have put into that. Some decor, some books, their keyboard, notes, pads, etc. This is something of mine. Talk about nostalgia. I don't know how many of you remember the old metal cake pans. Well, it takes up a lot of room. It's probably about 10 inches across. And I didn't want to get rid of it. But it didn't have the centerpiece to it, and so it really wasn't working to actually use as a cake pan anymore. So I put my makeup in it, and it fits under my vanity, and I pull it out, has all my makeup in the little thing, and it latches together. So just a piece of nostalgia for me, repurposing something that I had. Here's another behind the closet door kind of organizer. My niece probably has more scarves than in the years she's been alive, and what she did in her narrow hallway area was to put drapery rods, and she puts her scarves on the drapery rod. That kind of looks like what's happening on the bottom there, where you could put some scarves or hang some boots from it. Just another way to use the back of a closet door to organize a lot of decor. Maybe it's just for the day. That's the outfit that you're going to put together, but it gives you a way to look at that. Here's another little folding desk kind of apparatus where you can put that up and close it up, or you can pull it down to make a little eating area or a puzzle area or a little desk. Here's another dual purpose tool. This is a picture, and you pull it down, and inside is a jewelry organizer. This is another little kind of like a pegboard. Maybe it's just a little cork board, and they've put tacks, and they hang all the earrings from it. Now, I have those organizers that hang in my closet that have the little clear windows to put my earrings. I love that. Someone gave me one a long time ago, and I thought, well, that's not a very interesting gift. I bought another one since to hold all my earrings because I can see the earrings and it keeps the pairs together. Here's use of a rod, curtain type rod for belts. Again, you could use it for scarves, you could use it for belts, where you can see all that you have. I like this one. This is the cat box. and it looks like a piece of furniture, a console in a living room. There's also a cute one here, an ice chest. Now, isn't that clever? My kids would love this. The center coffee table has to be plugged in, but it has a speaker system, and it has the little drink refrigerator. Very clever. Here's a portable ironing board system. I have an ironing board that comes out of the wall. But it is a space saver, but it takes a wall to put that on. So this, if you don't iron very much, you put the little ironing cover over your, looks like the dryer, and you can use it in your utility room where you probably should be doing your ironing. Here's an interesting shoe rack. It holds several pairs of shoes. You can see the shoes. Again, each shoe has a space. So when you come home, you can put your shoe in the space that you took it out of, and you can clearly see the shoes. Even if you had to have this out in the middle of the room, not a bad way to display your shoes. Here's another ironing board option. A mirror on one side, ironing board on the other, and you can see it kind of closes up when not in use to a pretty narrow footprint. Baskets, lots of people love baskets. This is a very well organized pantry. I've been in pantries like this. Most of us are not that organized, but we strive to be, right? So all this is just some metal shelving with some baskets. These are metal baskets, and they bought some little chalkboards and wrote on that what is in that basket. I find that is helpful, particularly if you have high shelves and you don't want to get on a ladder to get up there and have to peek into that shelf, just by putting a little label. And these obviously can be changed. And you can see, oh, well, that's where I put my brown sugar or whatever, what have you. Or this could be done in a utility room or in a garage. This is clever. This is just a little spring-loaded rod that's under the sink. And, it's spring-loaded, so you can get one that fits the underneath part, and you hang your various cleansers along that under your sink. Another cute little thing, just using cans and putting your utensils out. A lot of us have a big thing of utensils. This is just mounted on a little wall board. Here's some more cans. I like this. You can get magnetic pieces that you can stick your can to, or these are probably mounted, and this looks like maybe a crafter or an artist's cupboard, closet, work area, and they've used just little cans and labeled those to put the different kinds of pens and markers. In many apartments, people are looking for a smaller place to have a kitchen or a dining table. We all want something to eat off of or to spread out on. This is really cute because it's a drop leaf. I see lots of cute varieties of drop leaf tables. This one folds up and the stools go underneath. But you can also get a drop leaf that both sides drop, or you can drop one side and put it against the wall with cute little bistro chairs. I've seen lots of these, and just looking on the internet, you can find a lot of cute ones. Here's the inside of a cupboard in the kitchen, it looks like, and all they have done is just mounted, probably with adhesive, some clear plastic strip holders, and so they've got, their recipes or their measurements or whatever in those for when they open the closet. I see this a lot. It's got the restaurant menus in one of them. That's easy enough to do, and you've probably got a blank pantry door that you could use this for. Here's a magnetic system. So these lids are mounted or held up, and the items are just screwed on into it. And another way to get those things off the countertop up into a cupboard. This is a well-done craft sewing room, right? So they've got their threads, their scissors, their art supplies, their wrapping paper. You can do wondrous things with pegboard, right? And it's fairly inexpensive, and it's adaptable. And this looks like they have kind of put a little frame around it and made it a useful, colorful, well-organized piece that you wouldn't mind having out on a wall in your office or in your craft room or even in a guest room. This is a way to organize your drawers, and I'm always envious of this kind of organization. You can get these drawer dividers. Last time I was working on this, I just took some cardboard shoe boxes and actually put the shoe box inside my underwear drawer to organize my bras. And this shows organizing t-shirts and a way to fold those so you can see what kind of shirts there and panties. So you can buy drawer organizers that are expandable. I just put a shoe box in and it happened to fit just right, and it served as a good divider. This is another hanger. This is the kind of jewelry hanger I was talking about. This has larger sections to put drawers and underwear and so forth in. I also would recommend that if you've got things to store, I have pillows and I have some bedspreads that I don't use currently that I don't want to get rid of. So I've gotten vacuum bags. Walmart carries those. You just attach your vacuum cleaner to the bag and it flattens it out. A lot of people use these when traveling. You can also, it makes space for you to put under your bed or put in the back of a closet or up on a closet shelf. So those vacuum bags are inexpensive and really a good way to store away things. This also, this little drawer or mount here just has a little section that comes down and you could mount jewelry or hang things from it. Another clever way to, even a drying rod for your utility room. Here's different kinds of hangers that make extra room. Multiple pairs of pants can fit on this. This, again, shows how multiple shirts can fit, and then the hanger drops down in the closet and makes more space vertically. This is on the outside of a refrigerator. I had not seen this before, or actually it's on the side of the refrigerator. And it is hanging there for snacks and so forth, or it can be sitting in a space. This looks like it's sitting on a countertop. It could be sitting on a shelf. It could be in the floor of your pantry just to make more space. These little hooks are great. Hanging scissors, hanging your pot holders, etc. I thought this was super cute. I saw this on the internet, and I think I saw it at Walmart as well. I thought about kids in a dorm, but it also would suit somebody like me who's trying not to take up counter space with everything. So it's a combination of a coffee pot, a little griddle on the top, a toaster oven, and so I just thought it was super cute. So you can do a lot of things with this in a very small space, and it's got kind of a retro look. It came in 3 colors. Let me just talk a minute about this kit method. I use it in my closet. So I have a little bit of a tool chest. I have a little bit of a sewing box. I have a little bit of a shoe shine kit. I don't know if anybody really shines their shoes anymore, but I still have shoe shine stuff. So I got some clear boxes that I can see into. I can certainly label them, but I can see into those boxes, and they just stack in the top of my closet. So if I need to get my sewing kit out, I can see which of those boxes are in. The boxes stack nicely. These boxes you can get at Walmart or the dollar store, and it's just a good way to see what's in your little storage when you just need a little small space to store something. Here's even a bigger arrangement of that you could use in a clothes closet or in a kitchen. A lot of people like to have their shoes in a box. I like, as opposed to using a shoe box where I say black leather pumps, then I still have to open the shoe box to see what's in it sometimes. If you have a clear box, I can see, well, that's the pair of black shoes that I'm looking for. So this is a good way to keep things dust free, keep your sweaters organized, keep your shoes organized, but still see what you're looking for. And all it is just a system of shelves, nothing elaborate or expensive necessarily, but shelves with the appropriate plastic containers. Here's another shoe holder, put a plant on it. I thought that was kind of cute, kind of decorative. So, that just a lot of very clever ways to make space in a small space that are repurposed or attractive, or a duplicate of a way to keep things multi-purpose. So just be clever about what you do. Have fun looking for those things. You can find all of these things on the internet. You can make some of these things. You probably have baskets and so forth laying around that you can repurpose for this kind of thing. So have fun with it. Once you get into living in a smaller space, you find out how freeing it is and how clever you get with making space for the things you want to keep.